Yo, what's going on, man? You tuned into the Black Man Cave, and what happened here stays here. And today we're gonna get into a few things, man. We're gonna talk about Russ not being signed yet, one of the greatest point guards of all time, still not on the NBA roster as of yet. Today is October 11th. He still hasn't been signed, still hasn't gotten an offer from any team. We're gonna talk about Russ. Also gonna get into some MVP predictions. I'm gonna give you my top five who I think is going to be in a race for MVP this year. We got a lot of contenders. It's a lot of names out there. It's a lot of good names out there, but I got five. I got only five. You don't like my five? Make your five. Also, this is not just a basketball podcast. We're going to talk about music as well. The Black Man Cave is about hip hop and sports, intertwined together. So we definitely gonna talk about some music as well. Give y'all my top three albums of the year, my top three contenders who I think could possibly win a Grammy or just Ceaso's top three albums of the year, the things I've been listening to the most. I'll stay tuned, man. Welcome to the Black Man Cave. As we proceed to give you what you need, let's jump right into this Russ situation. Now, last season, Russell Westbrook averaged 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists on 45% shooting from the field. Now, what team in the NBA right now wouldn't benefit from a player like that off the bench? Running the second unit. I think almost every team can benefit from that. Honestly, I think Russell Westbrook should have got a call. He should have got an offer by now. He played for the Nuggets last season, and he was a valuable piece. Look at the numbers when Russ is in the starting lineup. The team is 22-14 when Jamal Murray was down. So obviously he played a hell of a role. They ended up being fourth seed and 50-32. So it's not like he didn't contribute. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 45 from the field. That could be a valuable asset off the bench to any team. Honestly, the team I think should be considering picking up Russell Westbrook, I think they would be a perfect fit, is the Hawks. Just think about it. The Hawks they just picked up Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but he's not a point guard. Now, if you look at it, Trae Young, I think he's been snubbed a few times. I think he's an all-star. I think he's an elite point guard in this league. But having a backup like Russ, that's going to even turn him up another notch. They played amazing last year at the beginning of the season, but they dealt with some injuries. Jalen Johnson went down. Listen to the starting lineup. You got Trae Young. You got Dyson Daniels. I can't pronounce that. The rookie from last year, the small forward. Zach. Got Jalen Johnson, Kristaps Porzingis. They did just pick up KP. So that'll be a solid five. Then you got Russ and Nickeil. That'll be a solid team. The Hawks will be a solid team. In the East is wide open right now. Halliburton is down, and the Pacers traded Miles Turner. Then you got Giannis want out of the Bucks, even though they just got Miles Turner. He want out of the Bucks situation. And you got Celtics trade away all of their pieces. Then Jason Tatum, we don't know when he's coming back. So they was talking about as soon as March. Man, that's a month away from the playoffs. So the East is wide open. I can just imagine Russ turning the Hawks up. I feel like he would be that vet that they need. The city of Atlanta would love to have Russell Westbrook. Just imagine DC and Boosie on the sideline after Russ dunked from a fast break. He turning up with them. Man, that'll go crazy. Come on, man. Come on now, man. Atlanta Hawks, give Russell Westbrook a call. They talking about this offer from overseas, 1 year, $32 million. Do you know who we talking about? We first person to average a triple-double after Oscar Robertson. They said it wouldn't be done. He did it. And he did it for multiple seasons. We talking about a person that is 500 points away from being the all-time leading scorer at his position. Talking about an MVP. First ballot Hall of Famer. If he retired today, he's going into the Hall of Fame. Gonna get a gold jacket, man. This is Russell Westbrook. Give him a call, man. Ain't no way he should not be on the roster, man. as hard as he go, 110%. Man, get a Brody a call. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of this episode, man. I know the moment we all been waiting for. The MVP predictions. So I'm gonna rank these guys for y'all, and I'm gonna let you know this is my list. If you disagree with the list, feel free to challenge me. Come up with your own list in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. But my list goes a little bit like this, man. Number 5, we gotta go. I gotta go to best Swiss Army knife player of all time. I think he can do great things with this young Rockets core. Easy money sniper, my dog KD. Now, I was fortunate enough to see one of the Rockets preseason games, and KD was hooping, man. He looked like he was ready to play. He looks like he's focused. He's locked in. Remember, KD is single, no kid. So only thing he got to focus on is ball. And that's what he looked like he been doing, man. We know KD is a plug and play player. You can pretty much put him anywhere and he's going to put up his numbers. Last season, he averaged 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists on 52% shooting from the field and 43% from 3. Now, me personally, I think those numbers are going to go up. This young Rockets core, I think he's the perfect vet for them. A lot of people gripe with KD. They say he's not a leader, but I think he is a leader. I think he's just not a vocal leader. I think he leads through his action and the work he puts in and his production on the floor. So I think that's going to be enough to pump that young Rockets team up. Even though Fred VanVleet will be out for the season, it looks like. I hope that guy get well soon. But I think the Rockets got a chance to make a deep playoff run. So that's why I think KD can be in that MVP race. I got him at number 5. At number 4, I'm going to go to a player from the team that I think may have the deepest roster behind the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA. And that's Anthony Davis, man. I think Anthony Davis will get his time to shine this year. This will be the perfect time for him. I know Kyrie is gone. Again, another key player is injured. Kyrie, Hall of Famer, man. One of the greatest scorers of all time. Arguably the greatest scorer of all time. But we'll say that for another video. But yeah, Anthony Davis, look at his last couple of seasons. His availability, he's been dependable. But the season before last, he played over 70 games, I believe. Last season, he averaged 25, 11, and 3 rebounds. So Anthony Davis did have an injury at the end of the season. But despite that, the Mavs is a great fit for him. No Kyrie, so that team will be his. He got the young Cooper Flag. D'Lo is back. He reunited back with D'Lo. I feel like D'Lo is the perfect guard to be down there in Dallas while Kyrie is injured. Chemistry that Anthony Davis and D'Angelo Russell have, you guys will see it this year. I believe that Anthony Davis will emerge to MVP status. He only played 9 games with the Mavericks last season, averaged 20 points in those games, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. But that was just a small stint. We know Anthony Davis, especially when he get in his bag, he got that right matchup, he can go for 50. If he can stay healthy, this will be an MVP race type of year and a Defensive Player of the Year race. Yeah, but I honestly think Wemby gonna win Defensive Player of the Year for the next few years. But yeah, I think Anthony Davis is perfect to be at the 4th spot on this list. At the 3rd spot, I got to give it to the man Ant-Man. The kid is young, but he's fierce, man. Made it to the Western Conference Finals 2 years ago. The Wolves have been in the playoffs for the most part since he's been there. His trajectory is sky high. Then he averaged 27 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists on 44% shooting from the field, and his career high 40% from 3. It's pretty impressive. They were the 6th seed last year, but they fell short. I I think they'll do a lot better this year. I like that Timberwolves team. I don't like the fact that they got rid of Nikhil, but I think Ant is definitely going to be uh, a runner up in that MVP race. I think he's going to have a hell of a year this year. Um, Number two, of course, I got to put this guy here, my boy Luka Doncic. I feel like the last season, even though he averaged 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists, I feel like that was one of Luka. If we look at the last 4 years, that's probably Luka's worst season. I feel like the trade kind of threw him off a bit. He wasn't healthy, he wasn't conditioned. He said it himself. That wasn't the best version of Luka we got last season. I think this season, you can see he's worked on his conditioning. He's slimmed down. I think he's taking it serious that he has something to prove. I'm not saying that he don't love the game and take it serious. I'm just saying this year I feel like he has something to prove. I know LeBron is supposed to be out 3 to 4 weeks. This is gonna be Luka's time to shine and really take over that team. He already got the key. Let's see what he can do. I think Luka been an MVP type player for the last couple of years. It's just last season wasn't his season. Last year wasn't his year. Even though the Lakers won over 50 games and also was the third seed in the West. No, I think we actually won 50 games. I'm saying we because I'm a Lakers fan. We won 50 games. We was the third seed in the West, in the Western Conference. With Luka having a bad year. So not too bad. I think I want to see what he do with Reeves. We just picked up Aiden. He's been looking like ass in the offseason offensively, but he's been playing hella defense. I think what we need is that rim protection, and we can't go far with Jackson Hayes being our starting center. So no disrespect to Jackson Hayes, but I think we might be on to something. The West is tough though. At number one, it has to be SGA, man. Coming off the type of year he had, man. And honestly, the last 3 seasons, his trajectory has been amazing. It's been amazing to watch. He's coming up on his 8th season. Last 3 seasons, the man averaged 35 and 5. He led the league in scoring last year, so I don't know, man. I think he's probably the one who would really win the award, who actually win the award. I don't see um, OKC getting knocked out of position anytime soon. So my top 5 MVP candidates. I got Kevin Durant at 5, Anthony Davis at 4, Anthony Edwards 3, Luka Doncic 2, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander 1. But nevertheless, man, moving on. Like I told y'all at the beginning of this episode, that this is not just a basketball podcast. This is a sports and hip hop podcast. So we're gonna talk about sports and we're gonna talk about hip hop. Basketball and hip hop. Like you can see the back of my wall right there. You see I got some basketball legends and I got some hip hop legends. Uh, and you see my Funko Pops back there. I got a basketball legend, which is Allen Iverson. And I have a hip hop legend, which is Tupac. So this is intertwine of both the world of hip hop and basketball. So it's like, hip hop and basketball go hand in hand. Y'all know that. Y'all know how many rappers link up with the hoopers. Y'all know how many hoopers link up with the rappers. You know how many basketball bars these rappers be having, man. I can go on a tangent from basketball bars alone. So I think that's what's on my next episode. Or a future episode. I'm gonna do top 5 best basketball references. Mm. But for right now, let's transition into the hip hop segment of this podcast. So we're gonna talk about the top 3 rap/hip hop albums this year, man. It's been a lot of good ones. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a lot of good albums. And I've been listening to everything that dropped for the most part. I can't say everything because it's probably hundreds of artists that I don't know about. But for the most part, I've been listening to some good music, man. I think from what I've heard, and I've heard a lot this year, I'm gonna give y'all my top three albums because it's hard to do a top five or top 10. But I'm gonna give y'all some honorable mentions before I get to top three because I know y'all gonna throw some out there. Um, Honorable mention. I'm gonna say Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo 2, Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist Alfredo 2. That's a hell of an album. Yeah, I love that album. I just can't make my top three. Uh, Another album that I think y'all maybe sleep on, but this is I wanted to put this in the top three, but these other three albums I feel like it's more impactful. But 38 Special, Mother and Gun, I love that. I love that album. I love the samples on that album. I love the sequencing. That's a solid album. Also, one more honorable mention. Um, Also, one more honorable mention. I gotta go with my guy, Chance the Rapper. You know, it's Chicago forever. But that's a great album. I love the fact that you put Do It Down on that album, brother. Um, the samples, it just feels like old school Chance, old school Chicago. You can hit a Kanye influence in that for sure. You can hit a city's influence. So yeah, it's a great album. Those are my three honorable mentions, man. But let's move on to my top three albums. Um, and I know a lot of y'all gonna get into your street politics. This is not a street podcast. It's a podcast that appreciates the art. The art. I appreciate the art, man. I don't care about your street opinions. I'm not a street guy. I don't want to. I was born in the streets. I grew up in the streets, but that's not who I am, man. I don't follow by the same rules y'all follow by. So at number three, I'm gonna go with my guy Gunna, man. The last one. This the last one. I think that is a great album, man. I feel like this is what I love about Atlanta. I feel like they're not lyric driven. I love lyrics, man. I really care about lyrics, but I feel like they can say some nice shit, but in a melodic way. It's more about how things are sonically appealing. So I feel like that's the way Atlanta do it. Um, but now I feel like Ghana is one of the best at that. Like the cadences, the flows, the vibe, the beat selection, the sequencing on this album is incredible. From you can really let 1 through 10 go. Um, Man, I love this album. I love the intro, the many nights. Like that's Gunna album is my go-to when I go to the gym and I want to get pumped up. Like he got the vibes on that. Um, Three songs that I would recommend listening to because I don't want to go with the already hyped or that you probably already heard. So three songs that I would recommend listening to is GP. That might be my favorite song. Um, Forever Be Mine. I know you guys probably heard that. That's a hit. It's a banger. And then podcast. Um, for obvious reasons. No, but podcast, that's a great track. That might be one of my favorite tracks on there. So yeah, check those out. Shout out to Gunna for creating a great album. I think this is his last. He called it the last one because this is his last album on the YSL record label. But yeah, this is a solid album from Gunna Wonder, man. This is a great album. He's been on a hot streak. I mean, the last couple of albums, to be honest, like he ain't missed yet. So solid album to come out, Atlanta. The last one, y'all go check that out. Um, at number two, whew, this one is tough for me because I really thought hard and long on this. Pause. That was crazy. Fire for that. That was crazy. But I thought about this one. This is another artist out of Atlanta. I feel like this album is timeless. It gives me a different feel. Uh, it brings back like that old school hip hop feel, like caring about the substance. It also, the songs are longer. I noticed that than like your typical album. Typical artists now they go 2 to 3 minutes. I feel like you got some 4 or 5 minute songs on it. This is your boy JID, man. God does like ugly, man. This is a hell of a album, bro. Like, if you ain't listened to this yet, you need to go listen to that, man. I promise you. If you love hip hop, this gives me like Andre 3000, Outcast type of vibe, like, but mixed with a little bit of a Kendrick. Like, I can't explain. That boy JID be spitting, and he's like, um, I feel like he is a top lyricist in the game right now. In 2025, JID is definitely a top lyricist, but his cadences and flows and the samples, like, this album got everything you need. I'm gonna be fair because I said I'm gonna recommend only 3 songs to listen, but it's so many songs on here that I love. But I want to give you 3 songs that I think that slept on that you should check out for sure. I ain't even gonna say slept on because that's no. If you listen to this album, you know these are good songs. The VCR track with Vince Staples. Oh my God, them boys was tweaking on that. That man JID say he keep a pole like he might go fishing. You just a bump in the road. Shit, you might go missing. Yeah. He was talking crazy. He was talking crazy on that. He was talking crazy on that. VCRs, that's definitely one. And I think Off the Blue, that's a crazy, insane track. It started off. Shout out to the singer on there. I can't remember the name, but whoever that is, they start off the track. It's like some beautiful vocals on a beautiful beat. Then JID come in the second part and he just get to going ballistic. The man is rapping about things backwards, like he going insane, bro. Vice versa, vice. He get the quicker. You gotta listen to that track. You gotta listen to that track. You gotta listen to that album, Off the Blue. Um, the third song I want to recommend is Wholeheartedly. um, this is more of like he has Black on there, another East Atlanta shouty. Atlanta got it this year, man. They had it a few years, but Atlanta on top, man. I know Outkast is proud of Jid, but yeah, Wholeheartedly, Black, Ty Dolla Sign, Jid, man. That's a hell of a song. This is an R&B record, but man, check that out. Don't sleep on Jid, man. I really wanted to give this album number 1 because of how good it is. But let's move on to the number 1 album. And I'm gonna tell you why I got this number 1. Both of these artists are at least 45 and older. So y'all know where I'm going with this. This is Clips. They also outsold everyone in the first week this year, except for Cardi, um, which we know Cardi. I feel like as far as fame wise and like how much Cardi is on social media and how big she is, their numbers wasn't that much off from Cardi's. But also Cardi's did have a lot of older records on her album, so I'm not going to discuss her Cardi album because Cardi still had a great album. I'm not taking anything away from Cardi. It's just I think it's too soon for me to call an album a year. This last album been out since July, um, but I think Clips got album of the year, man. I think the Clips got it, man. The rollout was amazing. They sold 100,000 in the first week. I don't want to go off the numbers, so let me just back away from the numbers because, like JID said, fans talk about record sales like they record execs themselves. Uh, I'm not a record exec, but I'm just impressed on how much the clip sold in the first week, man. With Let God Sort Them Out. Let God Sort Them Out is the #1 album to me. Hands down. The production alone from Pharrell, track 1 through 12 is amazing. Um, I love the intro, not said the intro, the first song. They got a song about their mother and father's passing away. Two verses. One brother raps about the mom and the other brother raps about the dad, and it just comes together so beautifully. I could tell that this song, even without I watched all of the interviews, I know this song was hard to make. I mean, I lost my mom. I made a song about her. Um, so I definitely understand. I can relate to that personally. I mean, I was in Vegas when this album dropped. I was getting fresh, getting ready to go out. I listened to that first track, "Birds Don't Sing." Man, I instantly broke down. It touched me. That's what art is like. Um, it was an amazing album. It is an amazing album. Yeah, "Birds Don't Sing" first track to start off an album that way is insane. Um, but yeah, the reason why I put it #1 is because how they changed the narrative of how old rappers was getting washed out of the game. Like Malice sounded better than every rapper this year to me. He's rapper of the year. A few verses of the years. Pusha, Pusha's just mean, man. Like he's mean on every track. He's talking crazy. You can tell he the younger brother, man. He like Malice has a little grace. Pusha, like kill them all right now. Malice don't play though. I feel like he just look at it from a different perspective. He's still the killer too. But man, I feel like this is a hell of an album, man. Lyrically, two brothers going back and forth on the track. They murdering shit left and right. Like, um, my favorite three tracks. I mean, "Birds Don't Sing" would be one, but I feel like they performed that at the Vatican. This is gonna win album of the year, in my opinion. So I feel like everybody know "Birds Don't Sing." That's the first track. You're gonna automatically hear that if you listen to the album. But three songs I recommend you play. First one is "FICO." Malice verse on "FICO" is so insane, man. Go get a Glock 27, fit snub in the waistline. Both sticks came with the drum. I was 5'6", shoulder with a chip. Dare nigga to take mine. Index yanked till it's numb. Like, come on, man. Boy was talking crazy. Second song is, I said "FICO," right? Second song I want to say, it's tough because every song is crazy. Every beat is crazy. I'm gonna go "POV," man. That's my favorite song. Push a verse on there. Tyler creative verse on there. Like they both went crazy. It's like it kept getting better and better. Like even the push started off crazy, man. Like but Malice murdered that track. That's a verse of the year to me. The beat switch, man. I mean I ain't gonna quote the guy no more because I can go like he got so many quotables in here, so many bars. The thing I love about this album for them to be that age and still be they sound fresh and it's no filler bars throughout the whole record. No filler bars. This is a 10 out of 10 album. Um, but yeah, POV. So I said "FICO," POV. The third song I recommend you listen to is "So Far Ahead." Um, yeah, Pusha and Malice went up, but I feel like Malice just going. I don't know the sequence of them going last. The way they sequenced the track. I mean, the track list was amazing. Um, from first to the last song. But yeah, the three songs I recommend is "FICO," POV, "So Far Ahead," man. Malice verse on that is a verse of the year candidate. Push your verse on POV versus the year candidate and Malice verse on that. It's a lot of verses of the years on this album, man. Like I said, I think Malice. I think Pusha. We know what Pusha been doing over the years. With Malice been going. I say Pusha. So we expect him. You know what I mean? It's like we know he nice. We know Malice nice too, but he's been gone. I mean, you don't know if like when a player don't play for so long, you don't know if he gonna come back rusty. No, Malice came back like he never left. I feel like he came back with vengeance, talking crazy. Don't mistake me for the reverend. Usher, he say, he say, don't mistake me for the reverend. Usher in the money, my confession. How you pass up rip a Rolls Royce? That was me pre 9/11. Come on, man. Yeah, that man said Usher in the money is his confession, man. Don't get it twisted, man. Malice is that guy, man. The Clips album is rap album of the year, hip hop album of the year. I definitely think that album is gonna win the Grammy. Um, I definitely think it should. To be honest, I feel like they deserve it. And Pharrell did his thing, man. Pharrell was just being Pharrell, man. And Hove marketed this crazy. Like they all of the right pieces. This is what it looks like when the label, the producer, and the artist just have the perfect chemistry. You get a Clips album like Let God Sort Them Out. Even though they had the album done already, but um, they revitalized hip hop with this. So we got to get rid of that narrative that old rappers is washed. No, old rappers is rapping better than these young niggas, man. Again, those are my three albums. Gunna, the last one. Jid, God Does Like Ugly. And Clips, Let God Sort Them Out. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. If you like the content you saw today, feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, and follow me on all platforms. I appreciate you, gang. Peace.